Hi, my name is Joanna Mel, and I'm going to teach you how to play Silent Night with some three-finger chords in the left hand, along with some little three-finger patterns. So I refer you to my earlier videos of Silent Night, the super easy tutorial, and also the easy tutorial if you want the fingerings for Silent Night, the melody. I'm just going to give them to you very briefly. So here we go. And then I will teach you some chords, how to play beautiful three-finger chords. So here's Silent Night. You want to start with 2 on G and thumb on A. 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. Up to D. D, D, B, C, C, G. And I'll just give you the notes again. G, A, G, E, G, A, G, E, D, D, B, C, C, G. Now, A and C. A, C, B, A, G, E, and A, C again. A, C, B, A, G, E, and now high D and F. D, D, F, D, B, C, E, C, G, E, G, F, D, C. And I'll give you some fingerings for that. So again, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Up to the D and the F. 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the basic melody, okay? Now you want to add some harmonies with the left hand, and we're going to do three-finger chords. Now these take some studying and learning. So what you're going to do with your left hand is place your 3 on low C, 2 on low E, and thumb on G, and get that thumb up nice and tall, bent slightly forward like this, okay? The way you learn a beautiful three-finger chord is, this is a C chord, you play C, relax. Play E, relax. G, relax. And do a little float. I'm going to do that again. C, relax. E, relax. G, relax. Now what you're listening for, this is the most important part. First of all, you want to shut all the way. Second of all, it's extremely important to listen. It's important to listen to the tone of each note. Every note in a chord needs to be the same volume and duration of the chord. Every note has to be equal. And if you can play it like that, your heart will sing. It's really a beautiful effect. So again, this is the way you learn it. Play, relax, play, relax, play, relax, float. And do it again. Play, relax, play, relax, play, relax, float. So that's a little arpeggio, C-E-G. Now what you're going to do, you cannot do this all in one day, and you can't do it all at once. Your fingers have to develop the muscles and the strength, and also the finger memory on how much to press each string and when to release the string. So what you're going to do is, this is what you're going to do the first day, that very slow playing, okay, like an arpeggio, a slow arpeggio. Then the next day you're going to come back and start out like that, but go a tiny little bit faster. And do that 10 times. But again, you are listening carefully so that each note is the same volume and duration as the other notes. You must listen carefully. Sorry. C, E, G, a little faster. C, E, G. So the next day you're going to come back, warm up a little bit with the slow ones, go a little faster. Like that. Listen to each note. Okay, and now try it on different starting pitches. Like in other words, instead of just doing a C, start on D and do a D minor chord, DFA. Listen. Okay, now go up to E minor, E, G, B, E, G, B, and then F, A, C. G chord, A chord, and a B chord. This is a diminished chord. And then here. Okay? And then you can do it with your right hand also, even though we're not going to use the right hand chords in this particular arrangement. It's good to have those beautiful chords in your right hand too. So this is a great exercise. Okay? So this little arrangement of Silent Night that I made has a mixture of rolled chords. Eventually you're going to work your way up to this. But not until day 5. You really have to be patient with yourself. You cannot work up to it all at once. It really takes several days, okay? But at the same time, when you're playing a rolled chord like this, you still have to be able to hear every single note in the chord. It can't be squished together. So you have to be able to say 1, 2, 3. Yes, I heard every note. Okay, and that's a beautiful rolled chord. They really shouldn't go any faster than that. So we're going to put it together with Silent Night. Now here's another very important thing to watch out for, okay? When you are rolling a chord in the left hand and there's a melody note in the right hand, that melody note is actually the 4th note of the chord. So if you get on with your 2 on G, thumb on A like this for the first 2 notes of Silent Night, you're going to place your hand and try to place all at once. It's very important. It's actually going to sound like this. And then you stop. Okay, and do it again. Do it again. And again. Did you hear those 4 notes? Then you can go on. Now here's another one. We're going to do a little arpeggio with this E, okay? So when you're just playing an arpeggio, you're going to play the C here with the E here. Okay, did you hear how that arpeggio has 3 notes and it was on the beats? 1, 2, 3. So the first is a rolled chord. That comes on the first beat of the first measure. 1 and 2 and 3. Now this is 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. And just switching them up like that gives you a little bit of variety. It's a nice way to arrange something. Okay, so I'm going to play again from the beginning. And then you want to repeat that. Now the next part is D, D, B up here, and you're going to use an a D minor chord, D, F, A, like that. And again, it's a rolled chord. It comes on the first beat. So it's going to come with this D up here. Okay, did you hear that? Now let's go on. Now when I play the B, I'm going to play a little 3-finger pattern, which is stepwise. This is not a chord. It's a little ascending pattern. It goes G, A, B, and I'm going to play this first note here with the B. Okay, so I will do that again. This is a D minor chord with the D, and then a G, A, B, just like that, okay? Now the next chord is this. So actually, what you want to do is you have to look ahead, and even though that's just a little 3-note pattern, it would be easier if you use a 4, 3, 2, and then put your thumb on the C, because you're going to use it in a chord, okay? So you always have to look ahead to the next measure. So we're going to switch up the fingering a little bit. So with this B, it's going to be 4, 3, 2. Now here's the next bit. For this, it's a first inversion C chord. A first inversion C chord, instead of having your C in the bottom, you're going to have the next note up in the bottom. That's why it's called an inversion. E, G, C. Now that's a different shape, and it's a really good thing to learn all the shapes of all your inversions. But this is a first inversion, just like this. So you're going to play it with the C. Okay, now with this G, we're going to do another little 3-note pattern, but looking ahead into the next measure, we want to get our thumb on that top note of the chord that's coming up. So we're going to place 4 on E, 3 on F, 2 on G, and thumb on C. So it's going to sound like this with this G. You play an E, F, G. Now you've got your thumb on there, and you are ready to place an F chord. F, A, C. So we're going to do that with the A. Now here's a little F chord arpeggio. Okay, here's another first inversion C chord. And another first inversion C chord arpeggio. Okay, I'm going to play that bit again. By the way, sheet music is available for this arrangement, and it's free. So you can get the sheet music by going to my website, joannamel.com, and you will see an email address up there that says joanna@joannamel.com, and you can just click on that and send me a little message, and I will send you the sheet music for this free of charge. It's free. So we're going to go back to what I'm looking at now is actually measure 9 of the sheet music. It's this part. Okay, so this is a F chord with the A. F arpeggio, first inversion C, another first inversion C but arpeggio, and then we're going to repeat that. F chord, arpeggio, first inversion C chord, rolled, arpeggio. Now here we're going to use a D minor chord for this part. Okay, so D minor chord. And here's just a little third, a G and a B. Now here's an A minor chord rolled. And an arpeggio A minor chord. Now you're going to place this in your right hand, which is a first inversion C chord, and a first inversion C chord in your left hand. But you're going to play this chord with that C. So here we go. And now just a little third, a G and a B with this part. And an arpeggio, C, root position arpeggio. And a little rolled chord to end it. There you go. Okay, that's Silent Night with some chords. I'm going to play it for you again in its entirety. Here we go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that that was helpful. Again, there is free sheet music for this. Just go to my website, joannamill.com, and click on that little email address on the main page, joanna@hotmail.com, sorry. And I'm not quite sure which it is, sorry. You can actually get the sheet music from me at no charge. So happy harping and have a good holiday. Bye-bye.